Hello, everyone. This is Marilen Crump, and today I'm going to be speaking to the awesome Miriam Summers. And here's how you spell that, just so people know. Hey, Miriam, how are you today?
Hi, how are you? It's good to speak with you as usual.
Yay, exciting stuff
Yes,
because
yes,
you are setting up this. I'm going to put the name up, Fulfilled Healthy Living, and
yes.
OMG, like already, I'm just so impressed with like your knowledge and then also
Aw,
your story. But and recently you and I just completed your first ebook. So I'm very
yes,
excited
super
about that.
excited.
Yes, so let
Absolutely.
me roll it back a little bit just because I'm sure some people are just getting to know you today. So
Absolutely.
where do you live, Miriam? And tell us a little bit about like what's your everyday life like at this moment, and then I'm going to ask you a little bit about your story.
Yes, so I am located in the south suburbs of Chicagoland area. And at this point, I am working on putting together my business. And I'll tell you a little bit about my story a little bit later, and how it came about, and where I am today with wanting to help women specifically. I am now a holistic health coach, and my story is what pushed me into this. My pain is going to be someone's gain, because of what happened to me and how I overcame something that is looked at to be something that's impossible to overcome. So now I want to inspire, educate, support women, by providing community-based resources for them, for individuals, services where they can be fulfilled, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, because we can eat healthy as much as we want, but if our finances aren't together, we're stressed, which is going to cause health issues. If we're not emotionally balanced, our body's going to be off track. So, all those things kind of go together, which is that's why that's my mission. Because if you are fulfilled in every area of your life, then, that's living healthy, that's being fulfilled, because, everything is intact and you're happy. Happiness brings about such a joy in your life, and it balances things out. So,
So now you were just mentioning that maybe this wasn't your life from before,
oh
right? You
no.
weren't fulfilled or healthy and maybe even feeling alive. So
Oh my gosh, no, not at all
so what
off piece.
happened? Like, how did you get into like this phase? But like, what happened to you that really woke you up from that?
So it was about 2018. Started having severe health issues. It started with migraines. Went to several neurologists. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. Just put me on some medication for the migraines, but never found out what the problem was. Then the everything started to escalate into digestive issues, and it had gotten so bad to the point where everything that I would eat, I had acid reflux, gastritis, everything that you could think of that can happen to your gut. It was terrible. Went to GI doctors. They scoped me, did all types of tests, and they said just take these proton pump inhibitors and you'll be fine. But we all know that those things over time, we need our stomach acid, right? Because that's what kills bugs, that's what digests your food. And over time, those proton pump inhibitors, they suppress your stomach acid, which in the long run could cause cancers and different things that can happen to your body. So I'm just like, okay, it's something happening. So I started to do my research, and found naturopath and functional medicine, and so I kind of went that way, started researching, and come to find out that an unhealthy gut was the core of my issues, which was causing my migraines, which was causing my digestive to be all out, off track. And so I then went to the doctor just thinking that, oh, things couldn't get any worse, right? My vitamin D levels was like a 16, which is like very, very, very bad and very low. And I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called Sjogren's, where it attacks your saliva glands. So you'll have dry eyes, dry nose, dry mouth, which makes it difficult to eat, right? Because you need your saliva to break down the food. So I'm like, okay, this is great. And so, of course, they want to put you on all types of medication, that's going to fix one thing but break another thing. So what they do is they treat the symptoms, right? So you don't feel anything bad, but that problem is still there, so then down the line you get sicker. You're like, I thought I was getting better, you
Yeah.
know. And so long story short, I have never taken any pharmaceuticals. I went the natural journey. I supplemented my health because 9 times out of 10 you're deficient in something. So I was deficient in vitamin D, I was deficient in magnesium, I was deficient in B. I was just super deficient, right? And so that's when I found herbs, I found supplements and juicing. That was my saving grace. Why? Because when your digestive system is messed up, your body is not absorbing nutrients, right? And solids and liquids digest differently, right? So it doesn't have to go through the digestive system. So I was feeding myself on what I call the cellular level. So it went right to the cells that needed those nutrients. So then juicing became a huge component of my journey. It turned everything around. I started to feel better. I started to actually have more energy. I went my first detox was a 3-day detox where I did strictly juices and smoothies. And after that, I went to the doctor and they're like, what's going on? Like, your numbers are changing. And so I went on my 6-month checkup and they could find nothing for the autoimmune disease. And they're like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Like, these ANAs have been reversed and we can't find any traces of, what happened, the autoimmune. And so then that pushed me to want to become a holistic health coach because I know how difficult it was for me. Like, I had to do all the research by myself. I had no one to talk to because no one knew about natural medicine and how you can really reverse things in your body by just giving your body the things that it needs, right? And so, that's where the passion comes. It's not something that I've read about. It's nothing that I've heard. It's something that I've experienced, something that I've went through, and I want to be able to share this with the world, right? I had to go through it, and sometimes we never know our pain pushes us into our purpose, right? And I went through a lot of pain and didn't have anyone to talk to, and I think that was probably the hardest thing for me. So now I want to be that listening ear, right? I want to be that person that you can come to and just talk to about it, and just to encourage you, to let you know that if it worked out for me, it can work out for you. It just takes your dedication, your mindset first. You have to decide, I am better, and then your body will start to follow that, right? So now here I am today, a certified holistic health coach and juiceologist, which was what pushed me to do my juice book, because I want to share the recipes with you that helped me, right? So that you can start on your health journey to healing yourself and reversing whatever is going on with you. And sometimes it may not even be a physical thing. It could be, I'm mentally just not healthy. I'm emotionally just not healthy. I'm financially not healthy. So that's why my mission encompasses all those things, because now I'm financially happy. My health is good. I'm emotionally balanced, and it's such a change for me. I don't go to sleep tired, wake up tired. I know we've all experienced that, bloating, especially for women. Oh my God. So
Sure.
all those things. So I listen to my body. I've become one with my body. So when my body says something, I listen, and that's what we have to do. When we become happy and fulfilled, that's when we become one. So that's my story. And I'm super excited to be able to just share this with the world, and be able to help one person at a time.
So I know that for most people, we believe that if there's something wrong with us, if
Mm-hmm.
we go to the doctors, they're going to
Mm-hmm.
tell us what to do. That's going to be
Absolutely.
the best thing for our body. But
Mm-hmm.
time and time again, I've noticed this from other people that I know and love.
Mm-hmm.
You figured it out as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like you're a number
Mm-hmm.
and they're just trying to get you in and out.
Yes, absolutely.
In that small period of an
2 minutes.
appointment, 2-minute appointment, tiny, tiny appointment.
Yes.
They're supposed to know everything about you and how you're
Mm-hmm.
going to shift it. And so I feel like
Absolutely.
because they're so busy, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to say that people don't care in their
Right.
profession. I just feel like sometimes the system isn't built to really heal
Mm-hmm.
because of the time constraints and also the information constraints.
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that you're stepping up because
Mm-hmm.
I know for some people who are going into business, and I hear it all the time because, me, I'm here to help develop people's visions and concepts and things.
Absolutely.
They get to a mode where they think, well, isn't there enough resources out there? Why do people
Hmm.
need me? And
Yeah.
I got to tell you though, like when people find out that you've experienced what you've experienced,
Hmm.
that's powerful, because
Yes.
I know that sometimes doctors, they may have never experienced what they're trying to solve for you.
Absolutely.
Not,
Absolutely.
I'm not saying that you would do your diligence and not go to your doctor. You still
Oh,
want
please do. If anyone tells you not to, get rid of them.
to. Yeah,
I
exactly.
still have
But
my doctor.
that's, see, there you go. But I think
Yeah.
what's great about what you're doing, Miriam, is that you're saying, how can we help our physicians? And then
Hmm.
how can we help ourselves?
Absolutely.
And all the research that you've done is just amazing. I was reading your ebook and I was like, this is good stuff. And it was really what was great about it was it felt simple. Like
Yes.
at first I was thinking, oh, juicing, that sounds
Right.
super
Difficult,
complicated.
right?
Like, oh my gosh, what am I going to buy? But the way you really broke it down was like, oh, hey, I think I
Hmm.
enjoy this. Is actually sounds really cost effective too, right?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I really love that. Now
Hmm.
you spoke a little bit about mindset, and
Hmm.
I know that for some people they're working 9 to 5, they have a corporate job, etc. Like, how
Hmm.
can they balance that mindset? Because I know a lot of people who are like, I don't even have time to think, let alone time.
Man.
Like,
Yeah.
so what do you suggest for people like that?
First thing, you have to decide that you want to be better, because if you can, I had a 9 to 5. I had young children. At one point I was in school full time, working full time, parent full time, so there was a lot of stresses there, but I decided that today I am changing things. I'm going to prioritize myself, because if I'm not healthy, I can't work. I can't take care of my children. I can't do any of those things. So until I can, do what's best for me, and make sure that I'm okay mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, then I can't help anyone else, because I'm depleted, right? So I decided that today I am going to be better today. I didn't push it off with that with procrastination that we usually do. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna start next week. No, I started that day, and I didn't have everything perfect in the beginning. I had to tweak things, and I had to learn to prep my food. I had to learn all this stuff, so it wasn't easy. It took time, but I decided that that's what I wanted to do. And when you put your mind to something, you do it, and it's nothing that's going to stop you. So you just have to know, first tell yourself, I am healthy, I am well, start to talk to yourself, and then your body will follow, so just believe it, and things will happen for you. So for me, mindset, I decided that day, I don't want these migraines anymore. I
No,
don't want these digestive issues anymore. I don't want to be sluggish anymore. And so for me to do that, I had to step up and do something about it, so.
I love that.
Mhm.
And I know that you're also launching a community.
Yes, super excited.
That's really good because
Hmm.
I know like the biggest changes that I've ever had the blessing to experience was because I had people that were supportive, that
Absolutely.
they would surround me with like just positivity and things like
Hmm.
that. So in this community, like who's invited? Can anyone come? Like, what's your what's
It's more geared towards women, because that's who I can relate to. So it's for women of all, whoever, all
so even
women
if
is
I'm like
invited.
stressed, not stressed, it doesn't matter. Like we can.
Yes, yes, because we're going to have so many things in there, like how to get your body moving, articles about eating right. And regardless if we're eating right or not, there you can get recipes. It's going to be so many things in there. Special guests, you
Oh,
don't want to
I
miss
love that.
that.
Are you going to
Um,
touch on this mindset thing?
Oh yeah, we're gonna dig into that mindset so that we can change those things. So mindset is going to be a huge part of our community. Just how to change those things, how to change your thinking. Because your thinking it carries everything about you. When you wake up, you decide what you're going to eat, right? You decide where you're going to go, so we're going to touch on how to change those mindsets so that you can be headed in the right direction.
So it's probably a little bit preventative, but then if I'm struggling through something, or maybe I just got diagnosed with something, is this community for that kind of people too, or?
Absolutely, absolutely. So we'll have tons of things, and then we'll have options where we'll go live, and you can pick my brain. We can talk about things that I went through and how I was able to combat those things. So it's going to be a very interactive community. And like I said, it's going to be preventive. And for those who may, already be trying to fix things, right? So it's going to be for everyone.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Absolutely.
And, whether we're retired or just starting out in our careers and things like that, it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. So
I'm so excited.
On all of
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
especially
it.
after the pandemic, right? Like here we are,
Yeah.
everybody
Oh,
had
yeah.
to go through a lot of like weird mindset stuff. And then sometimes
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
you go grocery
Oh,
shopping.
yeah. The pandemic weight, right?
That's cool. Like fall into like a place like this and like meet other people who are just super positive. And I gotta tell you, like every time I talk to you, Miriam, like
Aw,
you always have like the biggest smile.
I
I just
appreciate
know
it.
that your warmth is going to be what a lot of people are going to be drawn to, because you're embracing, and
Thank you.
your spirit is just very bright and cheerful, and that's really kind of like the kind of people I love hanging out with, for
Oh,
sure.
yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
thank you for all that you do. So now, what is the best way for people to reach out to you? Like if they need some extra special like help, are you doing coaching as well? Like, are you able to like just walk them through a little bit more compared to just the broad community?
Yeah, so I do coaching, one-on-ones, group coaching. Both of those are options, along with, of course, the community, an ebook. And I can be found on Facebook and Instagram at Fulfilled Healthy Living. And if you would like to email me, I can be reached at info@Fulfilled Healthy Living.
Brilliant, brilliant. So this is amazing. I'm so glad I was able to interview you today
Thank
and put
you.
this out there for people to like find another amazing healthy resource. That's super fun. So everybody else, thank you for connecting with us. She is a phenomenal female.
Thank
I love meeting all these wonderful women. And I think it's about that, right? We're
Absolutely.
here to help each other grow. Everybody is amazing out there if they're able to like reach that vision and then actually fulfill it. So I commend
Absolutely.
you very much, Miriam.
Thank
And
you. I really appreciate it.
yay. So keep in touch with everybody. And then everybody, make sure you say hello to Miriam. Find her on
Please.
Facebook and Instagram. Follow, and like, because again, all these positive things will start coming into your feed, your inboxes, and everything like that. So we want to make sure that you are definitely connected. All right. Until next time, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you for tuning in. Bye, everybody.